Hello everyone and welcome back to Stories and Stuff. Today we are going to be reviewing Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Red Queen is set in a world where you have the Silverbloods, or the people who have these magical powers and are considered to be the elite, and then you have the Red Bloods, the normal everyday folk who are kind of the lower or the working class people of the world. We follow the story of Mare Barrow, who is a red blood and a thief. She gets herself into all kinds of scrapes and adventures, but something happens that sets her apart from everyone else, and it takes her on a journey inside the castle and inside the world of the Silvers in a way that she never thought possible. This is one of those books that I heard about on YouTube quite a lot, so I decided to pick it up and give it a go. It's dystopian with a little bit of magic, which is exactly the kind of genre that I really like, so I had really high hopes for it. In terms of the world, it's really interesting and it's actually quite original as well. You really feel the peril of the characters too, and the real struggles that they have to deal with, especially those who are born red bloods and therefore have very little privilege and have to sacrifice quite a lot of their lives, luxury and freedom to be able to just kind of do everyday tasks. The events develop in a way that I wasn't expecting, which is really good because it keeps me interested and keeps me wanting to read the next chapter. And despite what other people have said, I actually found some of the relationships and the romances blossoming in this book quite interesting. I am keeping this spoiler free, so I'm not going to talk in too much detail about what happens later on in the book, but the twist at the end is one that still kind of shocks me when I think about it now. It's a really good ending, and one that I really wasn't expecting. It was interesting actually because it kind of slowed down a bit, especially in kind of the second half, but kind of still in the middle of the book. And I wasn't sure if I really felt like it was up to the hype. I didn't really buy into it. And in the last kind of, 10 or so chapters, just before I started reading those, I kind of felt like I'd been shortchanged a bit and I was a bit fed up. I think just because of the amount of hype that had been around this book, I felt like it was meant to be amazing, and I don't know, I felt like the plotting wasn't quite as slick and there wasn't as much going on as I wanted there to be. There was just a lot of introspection and internal thinking and debating about what is going on and whether it's right or wrong. But then, in the last few chapters, honestly, just blew my mind. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Some of the best writing and best plotting that I've read in a really long time, and really encouraged me then to buy the next book. Red Queen is a book that has a really interesting and dynamic main character. Just as importantly for this book, and indeed for lots of other books, really dynamic and interesting kind of secondary characters, sidekicks, more minor characters, but also the antagonists were really interesting and multifaceted as well. Overall, I would really recommend Red Queen as something to read, especially if you're a fan of something like The Hunger Games. It would be a really good read. And my full review is up on Goodreads as well. I have bought Glass Sword, I have read it, so there will be a review being posted soon, but it really is one of those books that you need to stick with it until the end, and believe me, it will be worth it. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more of what I talk about on here, then please hit that thumbs up button for more talk about stories and stuff. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!